Okay, so what if you could take the absolute panic of a suspected stroke and turn it into clear, life-saving action? Let's dive into how you can transform those first critical moments. Honestly, it could make all the difference in the world.
This isn't just a random quote. This actually happened to a 72-year-old man named Robert right at his breakfast table. But what he did next, even before the paramedics showed up, is exactly why his story is so important for all of us. It's a real lesson in how to fight back when every single second counts.
Because a stroke, well, it's a race against time. There's no other way to put it. What happens in those first 3 minutes can literally determine everything that comes next. We're talking about how you walk, how you speak, for the rest of your life.
Think of your brain like a city's power grid. It's buzzing with activity, right? Well, a stroke is like a blood clot suddenly cutting a major power line. And just like that, a whole part of the city goes dark. Brain cells, completely starved of oxygen, start to die off. And this happens within minutes.
Now, here's the thing. A stroke doesn't always start with some dramatic collapse like you see in the movies. A lot of the time, it starts really quietly, with these little subtle signals. Learning to recognize these earliest whispers from your body, that is the first and most crucial step to taking back control. And this quote from Dr. Hinohara just nails it. A symptom that only lasts for a minute. It's not just some random glitch you can ignore. It's a serious warning. It's your body practically screaming at you that something much, much bigger could be just around the corner.
And these are those warnings. Look for sudden numbness, trouble speaking, a drooping face, blurry vision, dizziness even while you're sitting down, or a headache that comes out of nowhere and just pounds. The key word here, you've probably noticed, is sudden. And here's the wildest part. These signs can pop up and then, poof, vanish after just 60 seconds. But that doesn't mean you're in the clear. Oh no. It means the clock has officially started ticking.
Okay, and this is so important because this is where a lot of people get into trouble, confusing a stroke warning with just a normal sign of getting older. Yeah, feeling a bit lightheaded when you stand up is pretty common, but sudden dizziness while you're just sitting still, that's a red flag. Momentarily forgetting a word happens to all of us, but suddenly not being able to find any words, that's an alarm bell. Seriously, understanding this difference could save a life.
So, you've spotted a sign. What can you possibly do in those first few critical minutes? Well, this brings us to the absolute core of what we're talking about today. A simple, scientifically backed technique that's designed to protect the brain while you're waiting for help to arrive.
And why is this so critical? Well, before I even explain how to do it, just look at this number. A 2024 review found that taking immediate stabilizing actions could cut down permanent brain damage by nearly 40%. Let that sink in. 40%. That is an incredible number, and it just proves that what you do first matters immensely.
It's called the blood shift maneuver. And listen, don't let the technical name fool you. This isn't some complicated medical procedure. It's all about using two things you always have with you: gravity and your own breath. The goal couldn't be simpler. Help your heart push blood up to your brain and buy it that precious, precious time.
And the steps themselves? Incredibly simple. First, lie down right away. The last thing you need is a fall. Second, get flat on your back and prop your legs up about 12 inches. This is pure physics. You're using gravity to help that blood flow back towards your head. Finally, breathe with purpose. That specific rhythm, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. That actually triggers your body's rest and digest system. It's like an emergency brake that helps calm you down and stabilize your blood pressure.
Okay, so now you know what to do, but knowing something is one thing. Actually doing it when you're under extreme pressure is a whole different ballgame. So let's talk about the biggest hurdle, our own hesitation and panic.
So why do we hesitate? Well, a lot of us, especially older folks, we're just raised to be tough, Don't make a fuss. You feel a weird symptom, and the first thought is, I'll just rest for a minute, or I'm just tired. That quiet habit of trying to power through can be absolutely devastating when it comes to a stroke. The solution is to completely reframe it. Don't think of it as dwelling on some scary possibility. Instead, think of it like a fire drill for your health. You practice a fire drill not because you expect a fire today, but so you're ready for the day it might happen. Because when you physically rehearse the steps, actually lying down, raising your legs, doing the breathing, you're building muscle memory. You're creating a calm, automatic reflex.
That way, if the real thing ever happens, your body just knows what to do before your mind even has a chance to freak out.
Of course, the absolute best strategy is always prevention, right? So let's shift gears from emergency response to the proactive daily habits that can strengthen your circulation and make your brain more resilient in the first place. Here's a super powerful way to start your day: the 3-minute morning reset. Before you even stand up, just sit on the edge of the bed, breathe deep, and pump your calves for a minute. Your calf muscles are often called your second heart because they help push blood back up your body. It's like waking up your entire circulatory system before the day even begins, making sure your brain gets that vital first hit of oxygen. And that little morning routine is just one part of a bigger picture. A stroke-resistant lifestyle is really built on 4 pillars: diet, movement, sleep, and emotional calm. And it's pretty clear from the research that what you eat plays the single biggest role in building up that resilience. The really crucial thing to get is that small, consistent choices add up big time. I mean, get this, a Harvard study found that seniors following a Mediterranean-style diet had a 30% lower rate of having a second stroke. That is a massive impact from something as simple as what's on your grocery list. This way of eating doesn't just help prevent clots, it actually helps build more flexible, resilient blood vessels over time. So as we start to wrap this up, let's just come back to the main idea here. This isn't about living in fear. Not at all. It's about being prepared. Because knowledge is the one thing that can transform that first jolt of panic into calm, purposeful action. And it's that action that saves the brain. So, what's the one thing you should take away from all of this? I think it's this powerful piece of advice. When blood hesitates, don't panic. Breathe. Stay low. And let gravity help you. It's simple, it's clear, and it might just be the most important thing you ever remember.